I've been studying the culture and the church's role in it and the church's performance in it. It's pretty clear that most Christian churches in America today are not disciple making places. That's not their focus. As we've interviewed senior pastors across the country, what we found is that there are 5 things that most churches measure in order to determine whether or not they're an effective ministry. More than 4 out of 5 senior pastors tell us that their church is very effective in ministry. And when we ask them, well, that's great, but on what basis do you make that claim? The 5 things are that they have growing numbers in terms of how many people show up, how much money they raise, how many programs they offer, how many staff people they've hired, and how much square footage they've built out. Now, I'm a measurement guy, so I'm glad they're measuring things, but as a measurement guy, I know you get what you measure. You only measure the things that you think are vitally important and that you're going to invest heavy resources into. And the problem with those 5 measures that churches use is that Jesus didn't die for any of them. And so that being the case, that conveys to us, well, maybe we shouldn't be emphasizing those things. Maybe we ought to look at what Jesus said was important and start measuring those things. But we don't measure discipleship in churches. In fact, we spend a lot of time trying to find churches that do try to do an objective assessment of how they're doing at disciple making. And it's a very small number of churches across the country that really take that obligation seriously.